From Mark Harmon to Dwayne Henry, literally all the amazing characters have left NCIS. But since fans haven't given up on them, some of them might be making a comeback. Unfortunately, the show probably won't bring them all back at the same time, and here's why. A member of the cast has given the perfect explanation for this. Since its first episode in 2003, the show has been one of the longest-running dramas on TV. A lot of the show's most famous actors have left it more than once. Mark Harmon and Michael Weatherly were pretty important to the show. When they left, they took the heart of the series with them. If you're a fan of the show, you know that it has a lot of turnover and change. You literally can't predict who'll be leaving or who might be coming back. In a super exclusive interview, Brian Dietzen, who plays Jimmy Palmer, said that he wants to write scenes for Gibbs, DiNozzo, and Abby. He loves that the show is changing, but that's the reason why the original cast probably won't all get back together at once. If they do come back, it would be like going backward.
And there's a responsibility in that, and there has been over a number of years. You work with these people every day, and it only works when people want to be there. And I'm proud of being there for 17 years, certainly, but
Plus, some of them have had pretty horrible falling outs, so it would be pretty awkward. Even so, there have been some super exciting rumors going around. An old member might be coming back soon. The show has indeed moved on with the addition of veteran actor Gary Cole as Alden Parker. But some of the show's former cast members still have ties to it. Weatherly's last appearance as DiNozzo was in the season 13 finale of NCIS in 2016, but he hinted that he would be interested in coming back to explore DiNozzo's romantic relationship. That was a long time ago, though, and he still isn't back.
I asked Dad if I could get a few, and then what I did is I brought them to school, and I started selling them, and they were moving like hotcakes.
So you're talking Swiss Army black market?
Yeah, I was adding 10%, you know, just to...
Fans do have some hope because his character wasn't killed off, so like, fingers crossed? The same could be said about Mark Harmon's comeback. Even though he's leaving the show, his character might come back in the future. The show's executive producer has echoed such hopes for both the actors, so there's a pretty decent chance that fans would get to see at least one of their favorite characters again. The show has had a pretty long run, and it still seems to be going strong. To better understand if the actors can actually make a comeback, let's dive into why they left the show in the first place. Starting off with Michael Weatherly. He's been on the show since the first season. He's a real OG. Back in 2016, the actor broke all of our hearts when he announced that he would be leaving the show. He has spent 13 years playing the great, quirky detective Anthony DiNozzo. He thanked the show's fans all over the world and called them his family. Isn't that the sweetest? He had a pretty solid reason for leaving the show, though. He felt burnt out and wanted to flex his acting muscles. So when the chance to star in a CBS courtroom drama Bull came up, he jumped at it. You can't really blame him. He was ready for a change.
This was the restaurant with the stripes.
Right.
I was not the host of Friday Night Comedy Drama.
That's different
I was table for four.
The actor was pretty happy with his character's development on the show and left with no drama. That's not always the case, though. Polly Perrette left the show because of another actor. For 15 years, she played forensic scientist Abby Sciuto. So fans were shocked when she quit in 2017, but they were even more surprised by the reasons that she gave. What happened was that one day, Harmon brought his dog to work, and trust me when I say this, he wasn't the cute to die for kind of dog.
And then after this terrible thing happened, with all the emotions that you have, number one, being grateful to be alive, also just being in shock, a big part of what I was feeling was my heart was breaking for this.
He was pretty aggressive and even bit someone. The poor crew member had to get 15 stitches. Perrette asked the actor not to bring the dog to set anymore because she was super scared of it, so much so that she started having nightmares about it. Harmon didn't take kindly to her request. If that wasn't bad enough, he eventually got her fired as well. The network had to take matters into its own hands when the news broke. They claimed they took the situation seriously and worked with her to come up with a solution. I guess firing her was the solution. She wasn't the only one who got to see Harmon's bad side. Maria Bello had some problems with him too. Fans had to say goodbye to Jacqueline Jack Sloan in the 18th season. She joined the show's cast in 2017 for season 15 and signed a 3-year contract. Unfortunately, her contract wasn't renewed and she left the show in 2021. At least her character had a pretty good run on the show. She loved the character and the actors that she worked with, but her sentiments weren't shared by Harmon. Everyone loved her bubbly personality, but he didn't and was pretty cold toward her. In one final Instagram post, she thanked her fans, her co-stars, CBS, and everyone who was involved with the show. But she acts pretty shadily whenever she's asked about the show's main character, and apparently that's a smart decision on her part because he has a pretty bad temper. Fortunately, not all the actors left the show because of some backstage drama. Sasha Alexander's character was killed off. She played Secret Service agent Caitlin Todd for the first 2 seasons of the show. She left the show in 2004. In an interview, she told her fans that she loved being on the show, but the police drama was making it hard for her to keep up. People don't realize that a network show has 24 episodes per year. That's 17 hours a day, 10 months a year. The scheduling is a nightmare and takes a lot of dedication from the actors. But the silver lining was that everyone was rooting for her character. This made the ending even more devastating. She left the show to spend more time with her family. As of today, she's happily married and has 2 super adorable kids. She wasn't the only one who was killed off. Remember Muse Watson's character? He joined the cast in season 3 as Mike Franks, a retired Marine who helped Gibbs early in his career. But in season 9, he was killed off in a way that no one saw coming. Fans were very upset when he died, but Watson made it clear that he had nothing to do with it. In 2012, a fan asked him on Twitter why he left, and he played it off as a joke. Iconic, right? That isn't the entire story, though. The truth was that he wasn't very happy with how things ended for his character. He and all of the fans of the show knew it in their hearts that Mark deserved so much more. Fans couldn't be too sad about it, though, because he did make cameos as an angel and appeared in Gibbs' memories, too. While a lot of characters are killed off, some leave the show on their own. Lauren Hawley left in season 5. She'd played director Jenny Shepard since season 3, but then her character was killed off by the 5th season. Fans were heartbroken because she was so awesome. In 2009, the actress told everyone why she decided to take a big step back. She was just tired of playing Jenny and wasn't too sad about her character's tragic and because of this. The funniest thing about this is that she wrote her death scene herself. Must have been super therapeutic, right? Dwayne Henry took a similar decision. He joined the show in 2016 as the likable MI6 agent Clayton Reeves. After season 15, he decided to leave. The showrunner of NCIS, Gary Glassberg, created the character of Clayton, but then he passed away very unexpectedly in 2016, so the rest of the show's creators were left wondering what to do with Clayton. They still did the best they could. His end was pretty satisfying. That's all I have on the real reason NCIS won't bring back characters all at once.